Once upon a time in the quiet village of Willowmere, there was a forest so dense and dark that even the bravest hunters refused to venture near. At its heart lay a gnarled old tree known as the Hollow Sentinel. Villagers whispered tales about a monstrous shadow that lived within it, a creature that thrived on the laughter of children. For years, the monster had been nothing more than a scary bedtime story. But then the children of Willowmere began to vanish. One by one, they disappeared into the forest, their laughter echoing faintly through the trees, before being swallowed by an eerie silence. 12-year-old Eliza and her younger brother Finn were warned never to go near the forest. But when their best friend Thomas disappeared, leaving behind only his tattered red scarf, Eliza decided they couldn't wait for the adults to act. Armed with a lantern and a notebook filled with her grandmother's old stories, Eliza convinced Finn to join her in searching for Thomas. The siblings stepped into the forest at twilight, the light fading fast as the trees loomed overhead. Every rustle of leaves and snap of twigs set their hearts racing. They followed faint footprints, deeper into the woods until they reached the Hollow Sentinel. The ancient tree towered above them, its twisted branches clawing at the sky. "Do you think it's true?" Finn whispered, clutching Eliza's arm. "About the monster?" Eliza hesitated but tightened her grip on the lantern. "We'll find Thomas and leave before it finds us." But before they could move closer, the ground beneath the tree trembled. A shadow seeped out from the gaping hollow, curling like smoke around the children. It formed the shape of a beast, tall and sinewy, with hollow eyes that seemed to devour the light. "I smell laughter," it growled, its voice a low rumble that made the air shiver. "Sweet and young." Eliza thrust the lantern forward. "We're not afraid of you," she shouted, though her hands shook. The creature laughed, a sound like cracking branches. "Bravery tastes even sweeter." Eliza fumbled for her notebook, flipping through its pages until she found the story of the shadow in the hollow. The tale spoke of a charm, a melody of words meant to bind the creature. But as she began to recite, the shadow lunged, knocking the lantern from her hands. Darkness enveloped them. Finn screamed, but Eliza grabbed his hand. "Sing with me," she cried, and together they chanted the words from the notebook. The shadow recoiled, twisting and howling as their voices grew stronger. Light burst from the fallen lantern, igniting a golden glow that surrounded the siblings. The shadow shrank, its monstrous form retreating into the hollow of the tree. "Your laughter will return to me," it hissed before disappearing entirely. The forest fell silent, and the oppressive darkness lifted. From the tree's hollow, a faint cry emerged. Eliza and Finn peered inside and found Thomas, along with the other missing children, their eyes wide but unharmed. They led the children back to Willowmere, where the villagers greeted them with tears and joy. The Hollow Sentinel was left to crumble, its shadow-bound guardian defeated. But Eliza knew the forest would never be truly safe. The monster's words lingered in her mind, a reminder that some stories never end, only waiting to be told again.